Hello Spectres and welcome to the Plants vs Zombies tier list. That's right, we're putting the plants from Plant vs Zombies into tiers. Right down below we got the compost tier. Nobody likes the compost tier. Compost is made up of poo, bones, and terrible plants. The one slightly above that is raggedy weed, which some of you guys might put at the top. For the decent ones we got the okay. Second to best we got, that's really good. And the top one we have Spectre tier. Okay, so we're starting off with the clover leaf. Now this one just blows away fog. Say if it's in like a very misty area, so you could come in handy. But I don't think I used you too much because I prefer the lantern. So you, sir, are going into the raggedy weed because you were not bad, but you just felt unnecessary. Therefore raggedy, therefore weed. Okay, for Mr. Cabbage Pole, you were actually very good on the roof mission, so I'm going to put you up and really good. There's only going to be one Spectre tier plant, which is going to be my absolute favourite plant in Plant vs Zombies. Okay, so going with the cactus. This guy popped the absolute bastards that was the balloon zombies. They would fly right in the air, and this guy would grow like 7 foot tall and start shooting them down with his little spikes. Now, sir, I really appreciate that. But at the same time, are you really good? So you are going to go into the okay tier for now. Maybe it's a subject to change. You, Mrs. Kitty, this one was 20,000 in the store. And I haven't bought it yet. So I guess we're going to have to create a new tier for you. This one is going to be the null and void tier. Oh, what? Oh, no, what did I do? There you go, null and void. The ones that I haven't used. Cherry bomb. I tell you what, I didn't use it that much because I had faith in my own abilities and my own tactics. But you, sir, are very clutch when you want to be. I wouldn't put you really good though. Because for the price, it's only temporary. And you don't do that much damage compared to the other plants, so I'm going to put you in okay for now, but right at the top of okay. Now, Chomper. I love these Chompers. I would always put them behind the walnut row, because they would just chomp while the walnut's getting eaten. They're finishing their food, they're munching. Then when they're done, bang, grab another one. So, Chomper, you are going to go right to the top of really good. Corn Cannon, I'm pretty sure your name is. I don't think I bought you either, so you go straight to the null and void list. Cocoa Bean. I tell you what. I wouldn't use you much because I wouldn't use the night plants much in the day. So you're going to go to the bottom of okay. Doom Shroom. Now you, sir, you were a big old mess. Although he did a lot of damage, I'm pretty sure he did like pretty much the same as the Cherry Bomb, but like maybe wiped out everything that was on screen. But he left a massive crater at the end. So just for your recklessness, you're going above the Cherry Bomb, but you're going in okay. Okay, now Plant Pot. The thing is, it's so simple. But you literally can't place anything without this. So I'll be stupid not to put this in the top of okay, at least, right? Unless you already start with some plant pots. So technically you could try and survive, but it definitely made things a lot easier. But I'm going to have to put you below Cocoa Bean. Just because the Cocoa Bean helped me out a lot when it comes to those Pogo guys. And I thank you very much, Mr. Cocoa. Are you even a cocoa bean? You're probably like a kidney bean or something. I've been saying it wrong. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is like the night version of the pea shooter, kind of. It basically just like a big fart of like bubbles. It's like, and it like gets through the shields of like the zombies with a shield. Also, on the subject of zombies, I might do a zombie tier list depending on how well this video does. So make sure you leave a like and subscribe right now if you want to see a zombies Plant vs Zombies tier list. But you, Mr. Puffshroom, I'm going to have to put you in the bottom of okay, because you're not quite a raggedy weed. You're not quite a weed at all, you're a mushroom. But it was okay. Now, all this did was when the zombie bit it, he went, bah, and because he hates garlic, and he swapped rows, which I guess was kind of useful, but at the end of the day, it was just so useless. So I'm going to put you below the clover leaf on raggedy weed. This Gatling Pea, I bet is really good. But you have to get a repeater, which is 200 sun, and you have to pay an extra, I think, 200, 300 odd sun on top of that repeater just to be able to use them. So I haven't actually used them yet, to be honest. But I'm guessing it's really good. So I'm going to put it in, okay, above the Puffshroom. Just because I haven't used it yet and because of how much it costs. But I bet it is actually really good. This, what is this again? Like the stink bomb or something. This looks like, Coffin from Pokemon. But you, I mean, I don't think I ever really used you. I think it just makes like a gas, which might have killed the zombies, but I don't know. I put you in, I might even put him in Raggedy Weed, to be honest. I don't know if this is controversial or not, but you're going to the top of Raggedy Weed. Okay, now what is this? I bet it's something that you just like magnet coins in with. I'm gonna put you in the bottom of Null and Void just because of how stupid you are. You can literally pick up coins with your hands. That's so lazy. Okay, Gravedigger. I'm pretty sure, or the Tombstone Cruncher or something like that. I'm pretty sure this just 8 tombstones, which is actually really helpful in the night missions. So I'm going to put you in the, just above the plant pot in, okay. Hypno Shroom. See, I'll tell you what, I really like this plant because it hypnotizes the zombie that eats it and it turns it against the other zombies. So it basically puts it on your team. So the best part about it was having Disco Dom on my team. That just made my whole Plant vs Zombies experience. And just for that, Mr. Hypno Shroom, you're going to go above the Doom Shroom. Ice Shroom. This freezes all of the zombies on the screen, I believe. So this is good if you're like a kind of a panic situation. So I put you above the Puff Shroom, but still below the Gatling Pig. The Hitler Walnut. Because I never actually used the Hitler Walnut. But I'm sure it was good. I mean, it's got spikes on it, so maybe the zombies bite the spikes and they're like, oh, my teeth, that hurts. But they probably don't because they don't feel pain. So what do you do? His special ability is that he can copy any plant and its abilities. Huh? Okay, so you're going to go to the top of Null and Void, because I haven't used you, but you seem like the best one out of them all. Now for the Jalapeno. You are actually pretty damn good. But the only thing is, it only goes for 1 row. So it's basically like the cherry bomb, but you don't need to like put the cherries near like the thing you're going to explode. So you can literally blow up like a whole row. I use the cherry bomb more than I use this, so I guess I'm going to put it right below the cherry bomb. So the kernel pole, you were pretty good. I actually quite like the kernel pole. Obviously, I know the little kernels that was like flinging was pretty weak initially. Then it throws like a fat wad of butter, and it goes like right on the zombie's head, and the zombie just like freezes. That is really useful. So you know what? Maybe right at the top of OK, just because of how weak he is at first. Okay, so lily pad, I'm pretty sure to place on water, you need these lily pads. Otherwise you can't place anything on water. And the dolphin guys will get ya. The seaweed coneheads will get ya. The freaking conehead. Any coneheads watching this video, you don't have permission to subscribe or like this video. But lily pads are kind of on the same sort of point as flower pots, except you start with none. So that's what gives it the edge over the flower pot. So the lily pads, if you don't buy them, you literally can't place anything in water and you basically lose. The magnet. Oh my, was this a game changer. I don't know how I would have beaten the pogo zombies if it weren't for this magnet. I don't think there's literally a way. Because they pogo so fast and over all my plants, so I can't do anything about it unless I have the magnet to take away the pogo stick so I can get on this guy's level and shoot him right in the face with a P. So you know, magnet, you are going to go right to the top of OK. I think we might have a first compost here, guys. Daisy flower. I'm pretty sure all this does is drop off silver coins. Now, I get that would be alright if I was farming coins, but I don't really care for coins, so you are terrible and boring. You're going to go straight into compost. First compost. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh there, because maybe it has its benefits. But I don't think I've literally ever used that plant, and I don't think I ever will. Oh, watermelon. You know what? I would really love this plant if it didn't cost 300 sun. 9 times out of 10 in a game, I don't have 300 sun spare. So I don't know if I even have time to plant you. But you're really good in those challenges, like the speed challenges where you ain't got to spend no sun. So I think you're good for that. So you're going to get an OK. So the lantern. This was really good for clearing out the smoke in the night missions. So I think the lantern is going to go in OK above the grave. Oh, now this one. I think we have another contender for really good here. The potato mine. I think these were very good. They only cost 25 sun. Yeah, they take a little bit of time to recharge. But right at the beginning of the game, where you're getting all your money for your plants, you're planting all the plants, you came in very clutch. And even late in the game, say if you're really struggling, you need a quick, cheap and easy thing. This will just blow up maybe 1 or maybe 2 or maybe even 3 zombies. So you are going to go in really good above the cabbage pole. Okay, so now here we get to the interesting part. The pea shooter, wow, the pea shooter of the night mode, but it costs 0 sun. But here's the thing, it does sound a bit too good to be true because it is. It only shoots from really short range. But then again, you can't beat 3. So you are going to go to the top of OK. Pumpkin. I did really like this because it reinforces the walnuts. But at the same time, it's not that necessary. So you're going to go in OK. I'm going to put it below the ice shroom. Right near the bottom of OK. The repeater. I tell you what, I did think these were very good, but they cost 200 sun. These would be good for a replacement for the pea shooters because they shoot 2 peas at a time really fast. So they get the job done quite quick. which I did like. I'm going to put it in really good because it was really good. Scaredy Shroom, man, I feel really bad. I always feel really bad for this guy. When a zombie gets too close, he gets really scared. And he gets all like cuddled up and he's like, oh no, please don't eat me. And you have to watch him get eaten. So just for that, I hate you. We're trying to pull on my heartstrings. I can't bring myself to put him in the compost though. He's got 2 cute eyes. So I'm going to put him in the Raggedy Weed. Just right at the top of the Raggedy Weed, because I'm sure he was pretty good. But I don't think I ever used them, so Raggedy Weed, get in there. Top. There you go. Sea Shroom. So this is basically another Zero Sun boy over here. I would usually use a lily pad and put some stronger plants, so I didn't really use it that much. So I'd say maybe above the Ice Shroom in okay. Right, okay, it's filling up. Okay, so this is definitely going to be really good. This might be going to top of really good, because although it costs quite a bit, every time it shoots a zombie, it slows them down. And it's just pretty much, I don't know if it did more damage than the P-Shooter, but it was just as effective. So you are going to go right at the top of really good. Almost in that Spectre tier. Okay, so that's like an ultimate spikeweed. I never used to, so you're going to null and void. That actual spikeweed, I don't think I even used these as much as I probably should have. I used squashes instead to kill the things that had wheels. But these would pop the wheels and just insta-kill like the Zambonis, the bobsleds, I think, and things like that. But at the same time, you weren't very necessary. So I'm going to have to put you in the top of Raggedy Weed. I'm sorry, Spikeweed, but it's kind of in the name anyway. You should have saw that coming. Conjoined pea shooters, maybe they're 2Ps or whatever they're called. You guys probably would have been really good against the miner zombie because they dig from behind you, and then that way you can shoot them from behind. I'm pretty sure it's a repeater on the back as well. It wasn't often that the miners would come around, so you guys seem pretty useless. So I guess you're gonna go in okay. You're gonna go above the pumpkins in okay. I love this guy. 50 sun, and he just squashes the absolute hell out of whoever the hell he sees. And he looks like a unit. Look at this guy. He's so grumpy, but he's got a big wart on his chin as well. But look at the size of him. He's like Thanos, but for plants. And for that reason, you're going into the top of really good. I'm pretty sure you can squash more than one zombie at a time as well. So for 50 sun, you're getting a bargain. Starfruit. I'd never used this thing. Mainly because it can't shoot straight forward. It can only shoot diagonally. But I did play a challenge recently called Seeing Stars. You had to make a star out of stars. And they're alright, but they're not really that special. So I'm going to put them in like kind of the bottom of okay. Maybe above the Ice Shroom, or maybe even below. Because I usually Ice Shroom quite a bit more. These are like the sunflowers of nighttime. But they would only produce 15 sun. And then they'd slowly grow until 25. You was annoying because you didn't give me enough sun. But at the same time, it was alright. It wasn't too bad. Because I would always manage in the end anyway. So you're going to go above your fellow night shroom in okay. Sunflower. Now this is the most important plant in Plant vs Zombies. And probably one of like the most iconic, or maybe the second most iconic to a plant that I'll get to later. But you needed this to get extra sun. It gives you 25 sun, I believe, in this game. I think it's in Plant vs Zombies 2 it's 50 sun. But you needed this one to get sun, and a lot of it. So just because of how important it is and how iconic it is, I'm going to put it in the top of really good. It didn't do no damage, but it gives you something that was very important. The Walnut. A Walnut was 50 sun, this was 125. I get it was stronger, but I would rather keep putting walnuts down rather than having to save up to 125. It's such an awkward number. If it was 100, maybe, but it was 125 added on that little extra. So I never used it. But for challenges, it was really good. So I'd say above the pumpkins, just because it was stronger. Oh, you Tangleweed. I love you guys. The water missions are some of the most difficult ones because there was the dolphin zombies that would just speed through. And I think there was this one like scuba diving zombie as well. It would go underneath all the way. You wouldn't be able to shoot it unless it popped its head up to eat stuff, which is very difficult to handle until Tangleweed come along. Or Tangle Kelp, sorry, I think I've been saying it wrong. But basically, the Tangle Kelp would like drag anything underwater. So see if this guy's bobbing through, it would just get dragged underwater. So it would make it so much easier. So I'm going to put you, may I be so bold, and put it in the bottom of really good. Bear in mind, I'm pretty sure these are 25 sun, 3 Ps. These must have been insanely good, but I'm pretty sure there was like 325 sun. Also, I just realised, why did I have my headphones on? I haven't got any audio coming through. It's just like a YouTuber's instinct to have the headphones on, because usually I'm playing a game, which is also weird because but anyway, 3 Ps. But anyway, 3 Ps. Oh my god. But anyway, 3 Ps. You are going to go into okay, because I'm sure you're great, but you cost too much stuff. The Torchwood is like a tree stump that has like fire on it. When you shoot through it, it like sets the stuff on fire and does extra damage. I put you above the Starfruit. Twin sunflowers. I'm sure you guys are great as well. But who's paying 125 for a sunflower? When you start the game, you've got to quickly get those sunflowers out. So you ain't got time to sit around and spend 125 sun. And plus you don't have enough seed slots to like get a sun and the twin sunflowers. So you know what? You are going to go in the Raggedy Weed. Now I call this one the Big 420 Noob. And if you guys don't know what that is, then go watch some more videos. It looks really cool, don't get me wrong. But damage wise and like actual usability, it was not that great. So you're going to go in Raggedy Weed. Walnut. Another iconic plant. Without this guy, you would never be able to buy yourself some really essential time. And plus, you wouldn't be able to protect your plants. Like, say, I was saying about the Chomper earlier. You have to put him behind a walnut because he takes time to eat. If the zombie just had direct access to this poor plant, he would have just been eaten while eating the zombie. And vice versa for every single plant. They would have been eaten. So this guy was like the line of defense that kept the whole ship afloat. So that's why I'm putting him in really good. And not just anywhere in really good. I'm going to put him right here, above most of these, except for the sunflower. You would get eaten, 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 you would get eaten. The list goes on. Everyone would get eaten if it weren't for that walnut. Ice melon, that seems like it does a lot of damage. It seems really good, but I never used it, and I'm sure it's very expensive too. So you're going to go to the null and void. Not quite Hitler walnut level, but you're going to go just below. Why hasn't he done a Spectre tier yet? What could it possibly be? When you think of Plant vs Zombies, what plant do you think of? Pea shooter. He is the most iconic plant in Plant vs Zombies history. You can't tell me otherwise. He's had so many adaptations of himself, such as the Ice Pea, the Repeater, the Conjoined Twins Pea shooter, the Triple Pea, the Gatling Pea, and it's also one of the first offensive plants that you place in your lineup when you start the game. It's always Sunflower Pea shooter. If I weren't being so strict, the Sunflower would be up there with this guy, but he is standing alone in the Spectre tier. Therefore, making him my favourite plant in Plants vs Zombies. There you go, I've said it now. It's official. My favourite plant in Plants vs Zombies is the pea shooter. Let me know down in the comments below what your favourite plant is, and if you want to see me do a tier list of zombies, because I'm sure that'd be very controversial. Isn't that right, Conehead? I know you're watching. I'm coming for you, and I'm making a whole new tier just for you. But anyways, like and subscribe, and make sure you turn the notification bells on when you do, and I'll see you guys in the next one.